Trump will launch an attack on Mexico.
Trump is talking about the U.S. would start doing land strikes in Mexico.
Administration's plans for drug cartels.
This is a warning, and when Donald Trump issues a warning aimed beyond America's borders, the world needs to pay attention. Because this time he didn't just talk about immigration or walls. He directly warned Mexico and the drug cartels, saying if they don't stop the flow of deadly drugs into the United States, America will step in.
They're pouring through Mexico. We'd love Mexico to do it. They're capable of doing it. But unfortunately, the cartels are very strong in Mexico.
Those words have instantly changed the temperature of North America. To understand why this warning feels so serious, you have to understand the crisis behind it. Because the US-Mexico border is no longer just about people crossing illegally. It has become the main artery for fentanyl, a drug so powerful that a few grains can kill, a drug now responsible for more American deaths than car crashes, guns, or even wars. And for millions of families, this isn't politics, it's personal. President Donald Trump's message is blunt and deliberately unsettling. He says Mexican cartels operate like shadow governments, controlling territory, police, and politicians. He says Mexico has failed to stop them. This didn't come out of nowhere. For many years, the U.S. has been flooded by illegal drugs like cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, and many more. Due to these drugs, deaths have exploded over the past few years. Small towns and big cities alike are drowning in addiction. And Trump has made it a mission to stop any illegal drug trade in the U.S. Venezuela has already seen the consequences. And now Trump is saying out loud that if Mexico won't handle the cartels, the United States will, even if that means treating them like terrorists. That idea alone has shaken diplomats, because calling cartels as terrorist organizations opens the door to military tools, drones, financial warfare, and cross-border operations. And suddenly, what used to be a law enforcement issue starts sounding like the early stages of a war. To this, Mexico's response has been careful but firm, officially rejecting any idea of U.S. military action on Mexican soil, calling it a violation of sovereignty.
Mexico, the people are in charge, and that we are a free, independent, and sovereign country.
But after the Venezuela crisis, Mexico should take President Trump seriously because if the U.S. won't spare a sitting president in drug-related charges, then there is no way they are going to spare any cartel. But here's the part that makes this situation so dangerous. Mexico is trapped too because cartels are not just gangs, they are economic systems. They employ thousands, control entire regions, and in some places, they are the only authority people know. Cracking Mexican drug cartels is going to be tough. Trump knows this, and that's why his warning is powerful. It puts Mexico in an impossible position, and at the same time, it speaks directly to Americans who feel abandoned by the system. Parents who've lost children to overdoses, communities hollowed out by addiction, and voters who want action. Cartels, despite their brutal reputation, study threats and assess risk, meaning if confronted directly, they are unlikely to fight the U.S. military head-on. Instead, they could escalate violence locally, sabotage infrastructure, or use civilians as leverage, turning a military operation into a humanitarian crisis. Some experts fear cartels may respond by hiding deeper, changing routes or embedding operations within human trafficking networks, making enforcement harder. Internationally, the warning echoes far beyond North America. Latin American governments quietly side with Mexico on sovereignty. European allies worry about regional instability. And rivals like China and Russia watch closely, ready to use any U.S. action as proof of hypocrisy on international law. And yet, despite all the fear, there is a reason this warning has traction. Because illegal drugs don't wait for debates. They kill every day, silently, relentlessly, and that reality fuels the urgency behind Trump's words. Trump's message has already changed the conversation. Ignoring the crisis is no longer possible, but whether this moment leads to real solutions or a new kind of conflict depends on choices that haven't been made yet. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned to watch the next move. From Washington, Mexico City, or the shadows where cartels operate.